Okay guys, hey, Paperboard Trucker back at you, and as promised I wanted to review my 2021 income with you like I did last year. You know, 2021 was my second full calendar year. You know, I started as a new driver. I think I went solo first week of May 2019. So 2020 was my first full calendar year, and if I remember correctly, you know, I posted a video on this about this time last year, but I made just under 77,000, I think, if I remember right, for first year gross pay. And I posted proof of that if you want to go back and look at it. And for 2021, my gross pay was $90,221. Now, $3,500 of that was in referral bonuses. So just driving income without any referral money in there, it was $86,721. And I have this elaborate graphic I'll show you. Hope that all fits on the screen. All right. So those are the numbers, and I'll print off a copy of my end of the year payroll statement and take a picture of that and post it on this video somewhere at the end or something like that. Because some people like to, you know, they're all about the money and they want to see proof of income. Now, keep in mind too that for 2021, Maverick gave us basically 5 cents more per mile. At first they gave us 2 cents, and then shortly after they gave us 3 more cents. So basically for most of the year we got a nickel per mile raise, plus they raised the TARP pay by from $25 up to $50, I think is how that went. Now for 2022, you know, I've already talked about this, but they started paying us for 6 holidays, 6 paid holidays, and they lowered the weekly cost of our health insurance by 20-something bucks. And I've talked about all this already. I'm just mentioning it now while we're talking about money. And most significantly to me was they changed their 401k match from a max of $1,500 a year to a max of $5,000 a year. So while for 2022 we're not getting a per mile raise like in 2021, they're still giving us drivers, you know, a pretty significant increase. It's just this coming year, or 2022, you know, it's, if you take advantage of it, you still should be able to increase your money, you know, a good 4,000 bucks or more with the 401k match and the savings on insurance. So, and another thing I want to point out too that a lot of people don't think about is the per diem. You know, Maverick, when you get hired and you go through orientation, Maverick gives you a choice whether you want to accept the per diem deduction or not. And basically what that amounts to is, and not every company does it, but basically Maverick, if you choose, Maverick can deduct the governmental allowance. I forget what it is, you know, 60-something bucks, let's say, per day that you're out on the road away from home. You know, it's to cover the cost of food and living out on the road. And if your company has an approved plan to handle that, they're allowed to deduct that amount from your income before they calculate your taxes. So I forget what my per diem amount was. I think it was around $14,000 or $15,000 over the year, you know, for 2021. So that probably saved me over $4,000 in taxes. And not every company does that. You know, like I said, you know, you have to have, your company has to have an approved program to manage that, to be able to offer it to you. So it's not something you have to do, but I mean, the other point of view on that is, if you don't take the per diem deduction, you know, you're going to show a higher income for the year. You know, so if you're trying to get a home loan or car loan or something, that might help you because you show a higher income. But you're also going to pay more in taxes. And what I've heard some people say is, you know, it also figures in on your Social Security down the road, because you know, the way Social Security works whenever you start to take it is they look at your income you've earned over your lifetime, come up with an average, and that's how they figure up how much you qualify to receive once you retire and start drawing your Social Security. So it could help raise your Social Security income down the road to show a higher income. But I personally would rather pay less taxes now, and especially since Maverick has increased their matching 401k, I'd rather save that money in taxes now and invest it in the 401k program, where it's going to make, you know, if you put your money in a 401k program, it ought to make, on average, things like that, investments like that, make 10%. You might make more, you might make less, but around 10% over time. So I'd much rather put that money in the 401k, and, you know, you're automatically going to double your money by Maverick matching it up to $5,000. So, you know, if you put in $5,000, Maverick's going to put in $5,000. You've already doubled your money, plus it's going to grow at about 10%. So I think that's better than hoping Congress gives it to you later in the form of Social Security income. You know, I got a Social Security letter a few months ago. You know, they send you one of those every, I don't know, 2 or 3 years or something, kind of, you know, giving you a recap of what your Social Security looks like down the road. And there's a little paragraph there, if you ever look at it, where it basically says that the Social Security program is at the it's basically runs at the whim of Congress, and it's currently scheduled to run out of, basically not be supported by 2033, I think it was. So they're going to have to do something serious to the Social Security program anyway to keep it going in its current form. So that's just my 2 cents on that. I think you're better off taking the tax savings now, having the money, or even better, investing it yourself in your own 401k at Maverick. Okay, whew, that was a lot. I think that's all I wanted to say about the income. I hope I didn't forget anything there, but like I said, I will take a photo of my year-end pay statement and post it at the end of the video. I've had requests that people want to see that, and thanks everybody. You know, it's been about a year now since I started doing videos, and I want to thank you all. I'm already at about 1,100 subscribers, and I really had no idea, you know, it was going to do so well. when I started driving at Maverick, I didn't have any plans at all to be doing videos. You know, I didn't decide to start doing the videos until a little over a year ago, and I started doing my first ones back in January of 2021. And I appreciate you guys watching, and you guys that have used me as referrals, or the ones of you that have used me for referrals and haven't yet started, or you're in training now. I really appreciate you guys. Thanks a lot. It helps me pay for, you know, I've had to buy 2 of these GoPro cameras. I've got 2 laptops. One I just had to buy about a month ago, you know, one that had better video capabilities. And, you know, I pay one of my sons to help me do a lot of this video work, the uploading and editing and all. So, you know, it takes up some funding is what I'm getting at. So I appreciate your referrals. Okay, let's wrap it up. Sunday morning, I'm going to leave out heading to Chicago. And I will say I called the customer because it says they have overnight parking, and my GPS says I can get there in about 10.5 hours. So I'm going to try to get there Sunday evening and park on the property. But I called the customer to verify, because I've never been to this place, you know, and I don't want to go down into the heart of Chicago to some place I'm not familiar with and not really know about their overnight parking. So I called, and they said they do have, you know, secure parking inside their property. The guard will let me in, show me where to park. So that's what I'm going to try to do. That way I don't have to try to get into Chicago on Monday morning. All right. See you next week.